Dave Palumbo here with Muscle Serpents University, and I am here at the National Reptile Breeders Expo here in Daytona, Florida. And we're going to get to check out all the top breeders in the country. We're going to find out what the latest morphs are, color variations, pattern anomalies, ball pythons, boa constrictors, maybe some Burmese and reticulated pythons here, carpet pythons, and I'm sure there's going to be a host of other stuff, bearded dragons and monitors. It's going to be super exciting here, first time here, and I can't wait to see what the breeders have come up with this year, the latest stuff, and I'm really worried that I'm going to spend a lot of money here, so stay tuned. All right, I know we're here to see snakes, but you know, there's some pretty cool frogs here. I'm not a frog guy, but if you got to check these frogs out. These are called Pac-man frogs, no relation to Ben Pakulski. And there's some albino Pac-man frogs. These things will eat anything pretty much. You put your finger there, they'll eat your finger. They'll eat mice and rats when they get bigger. And then they have, look, and then if you look over, they got some cool morphs. They got strawberry pineapple Pac-man frogs, which I think are even cooler than the albino ones. And then these are large albinos. Look at how big these things are. You can tell they probably look like they just swallowed big Rami. And then look at these albino emerald patternless Pac-man frogs, which are something that I think I want to buy right now after looking at these things. These are really, really cool. And these are emerald Pac-man frogs, not albinos. These are just the regular ones. And then these are fantasy frogs, which I have to believe are even more special. Look at that orange color if you can get, I don't know if, check that one out with this. He's got the green and orange in them. And then these are just the green Pac-man frogs that about 10 years ago would have been super, super cool. But nowadays they're just random frogs now. But look at these little strawberry Pac-man frogs. These are pretty cool too. These look like corn snakes with their pattern on the outside of them. And then look at these monsters over here. These are large ornate horned frogs. And these are the body bulls of the frog world for certain. And these things just probably sit and eat all day. And then look at these dragon wing ornate frogs, which are the nicest ones that I've ever seen, actually. These are super, super cool. They got, yeah, look at the lines on the back of them. And it's just super amazing. Look at the sunburst Pac-man frog right here. That's kind of breathtaking. It reminds me of Tom Crutchfield's crimson iguanas. The Japanese mutant Pac-man frog. He might be the king of all frogs. I don't know if you can get a good look at it down there. But that thing is a mutant, and we love mutants. I'm standing here with Jason, and we got a water monitor that's running around an awful lot here. He wants to get away from me. Jason, explain to me, first of all, why these are so, tame, these water monitors.
Well, they're captive born. It's the main thing. These are all captive born babies. That's actually one clutch, 21 eggs, all 21 hatched out. And it just makes them a little bit more docile. They eat a little bit better.
What do you feed them at this age?
They eat everything. They're eating roaches, superworms, crickets. I have a video at 2 days old of them eating pinkies.
They'll eat pinkies that young, huh?
These guys are only 2 weeks.
Now,
2 weeks old.
If you buy something like this and you handle it a lot, when it gets bigger, because it's going to get really big, will this thing be something that you can, have like almost like a little dog?
If you spend the right amount of time with it and you handle it, never want to feed a lot of live prey. You want to feed whole prey, but everything dead or pre-killed.
Why is that?
It makes them less aggressive. It makes them, when their initial feeding response, you don't want it to be to chase something. You want to know that they can come to you for food. Gotcha.
So they realize that you're the keeper and that you're the source of food?
They know who's feeding them. They definitely
How big are the parents?
The dad's a little over 6 foot, and the mom's a little over 5 foot.
Now, when they get that big, what kind of enclosure do you have to keep these guys in?
That's the only thing. They have to have big enclosures, and they have to have big water features. And my adult ponds are 75-gallon ponds.
Oh, wow.
And the overall cage is 14 by 6 foot deep by 5 foot high.
That's a big cage, So you got to have room for these things if you really want to take care of them. I think a lot of people see how cute they are, and they put them in a 10-gallon tank, and then they start growing. No, they won't last. Now, do you have any morphs that you breed, like different like albino versions? Or anything like
This
that?
year I will be producing black dragons, which are the all black water.
Those are nice.
Yeah.
Now, is that what kind of a morph is that? Is that a codom?
No, it's
Recessive?
recessive trait. I have 2 het females that I'm going to breed. I have 1 visual male.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
So
it's going to be cool.
well, thanks for showing us this
Definitely.
cute guy, and he might be the mascot of the day here today. All right, I'm over here again with Jason, and we have a beautiful albino olive python. We saw this in Australia a couple months ago when we were there, and I didn't think they had him here in America. This is pretty cool. This is a big olive python.
No, they get a lot bigger than this.
Where did this guy come from? Someone breeding him here?
Yeah, somebody bred. This is captive born.
That's a
Captive bred and
beautiful.
born.
Now, obviously, if you wanted to have, I would love to buy this. I'm like drooling over it, but you kind of need a female because it's a recessive trait, obviously. And if you want to
Exactly.
produce
That or
more,
hets. You gotta have visual hets.
if you want to produce more beautiful albino olives, you would need a female, I guess, with this.
Yeah, you would.
Now, is this guy? I would say would be breeding size, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. If it's a male, I'm not 100% on the sex.
And what is this guy eating? now?
Large rats.
Large rats.
Yep.
And these guys we know are great eaters.
Oh yeah.
And he's pretty puppy dog tame.
This
I'd
one
say.
is, yeah. This one is.
It's amazing when I see sometimes we have better snakes. We have better Australian snakes in America than they do in Australia. This is just look at it. It's, I mean, got no pattern on it. It's really, really gorgeous, and it's not biting me, which is always good.
Yes,
And
that's a plus.
this is when you're here in Daytona at the Breeders' Reptile Show. You get the best of the best, and we don't even have to go to Australia, and we got a great albino olive python here.